Hey everybody, it's beautiful Thursday evening, the 14th of July, here from the Wisconsin Dells on vacation. I'll talk to you about something that has bothered me for a while. I heard it crop up a couple weeks ago before I came here. I've alluded to this in another video a couple years back, but this really bothers me. Coming from a Christian perspective, in my case, Roman Catholic, but a Christianity in general, and just from a perspective of living life and occupation that I do, being in the military for as long as I have been, I hate this phrase. It's a phrase that I think should be cursed. I can't stand it, and I'll challenge any leader who thinks it's a good phrase. That phrase is, one oh shit will defeat 10 attaboys. Now, if you don't know what that means, obviously an attaboy means you did 10 good things, and oh shit means you slipped up once. And supposedly, according to this mentality, you can do all these good things, and then you do one thing bad, and it counts more than all the good things. It eliminates and neutralizes all the good things you did, and the only thing that's important is the bad thing you did. If you hear a leader say that to you, go away as far as you can if you have the opportunity. If an employer tells you that, don't work for them, okay? Because that's horseshit. That is a glass half empty if I ever heard it. Nobody that's been successful in life will ever adhere to that. Do you think that people have been successful in this life? And I'm not just talking about business and making money. I'm talking about as a person. Have thought like that? No, they have not. Okay? That's a negative thinking philosophy. That's a philosophy that will keep you under somebody's thumb. That's a philosophy that will make you think badly about yourself. Okay? Very twisted. I don't believe that at all. Do you think that people that have been successful, okay, as I said, whether it's in business, whether it's being an influential person to other people, have had a perfect ride? Are you kidding me? Some of the most influential mentors in this world have done things that are unspeakably horrible and have turned around and been great teachers to other people. That's correct through Christianity, its history, and modern business and people that have been entrepreneurs. You think they just were perfect all the way through and never made mistakes ever? No. Some of the finest people in this world have slipped and tripped many times over. But they never let it define them. I'm telling you, especially as a Christian person, never let one instance define you. Never let somebody tell you that you should be defined by one instance in your life. There are many things you do in your life. Many things. Good and bad. Yes, we all make mistakes, and it's probably better we make them when we're young. And I'm certainly not advocating we commit felonies, and of course not. But if you've made it to the other side and you're getting older, okay, whatever, you've lived through it and you've learned, because that's what's important, learning, not living in the past. Learning is a great thing. Living in the past is a horrible thing. Very distinctly different. But if you've made it to the other side, okay, you know that there's probably many things in your life you think that you've done, if you've influenced people, and they remember. I do. People that have influenced my life, I don't forget. Okay? For all the things somebody tells you you've done that aren't the best, you can remember that you're embarrassed about, or it wasn't your best moment, and just think there's probably many times you've influenced people in a very positive. How about that? You think it doesn't count? I can tell you now, it counts to God. Okay? And in many people, that very much it counts to. But society, which is very negative, the media, will have you think that all that's important is the bad things. You think a man, I'm 57 years old, you think a man who lives 57, 60, 70. You think that they're only defined by a few things negative? Is that it? Is that what your life's going to be? Always dwelling on the things that weren't your best, your best days? Oh God, no. And if you're a Christian person, you think like that, you need to get that out of your mind. Remember Rocky, Creed, the first Creed, when he's training him. Oh, this is fantastic. And he's training him, and there's a mirror there. He goes, look, your biggest enemy is right there in the mirror. In other words, yourself, okay, in here. If you let yourself be defined by just a few negative actions in your life, you're done. You're done. You'll never excel in anything because you won't be able to get over that, okay? That phrase, okay, 1 shit beats 10 attaboys, needs to get out of society. That is one of the worst phrases ever. Don't follow it. Don't believe it. It's not true. Okay? I'm in the military. When I evaluate people, soldiers, I've never thought like that. Evaluate them for a year. What is the overall picture? Okay? I've never thought like that. Never. I would never do that. Okay? Now, obviously, if you did something some big criminal action, broke into somebody's house, God forbid, somebody died. I'm not talking about that. Obviously, that's a big life-changing event. I understand that. But many of us have done things that we're not proud of in the past. I know I have in many ways. But I'm here. I've made it to the other side. I'm not going to dwell on that for the rest of my life, because if that's the case, I might as well shovel my own grave. If you think like there's nothing you're going to do to make yourself, you want to be a positive influence, especially as a Christian person, to others. Okay? That's your main goal, for the betterment of mankind in Jesus Christ. Okay? That's what you want to do. You're never going to do that. You're never going to influence people positive. If you're not positive, if you're negative about the past, it's going to rub off on anybody. Never believe that your past defines your future, because it does not. It influences it. Yes, it does. There's no doubt about it. But it does not define tomorrow. You define tomorrow, how you make it. It's Rick here on 14 July. God bless and have a great night.